Scripture study, Isaiah chapter 21, verses 1 through 10, narrated by Brother Jerry Morley. Isaiah chapter 21. The burden of the desert of the sea. As whirlwinds in the south pass through, so it cometh from the desert, from a terrible land. A grievous vision is declared unto me. The treacherous dealer dealeth treacherously, and the spoiler spoileth. Go up, O Elam, besiege, O Media. All the sighing thereof have I made to cease. Therefore are my loins filled with pain. Pangs have taken hold upon me, as the pangs of a woman that travaileth. I was bowed down at the hearing of it. I was dismayed at the seeing of it. My heart panted. Fearfulness affrighted me. The night of my pleasure hath he turned into fear unto me. Prepare the table. Watch in the watchtower. Eat, drink. Arise, ye princes, and anoint the shield. For thus hath the Lord said unto me, Go, set a watchman, let him declare what he seeth. And he saw a chariot with a couple of horsemen, a chariot of asses, and a chariot of camels. And he hearkened diligently with much heed. And he cried, A lion! My Lord, I stand continually upon the watchtower in the daytime, and I am set in my ward whole nights. And behold, here cometh a chariot of men, with a couple of horsemen. And he answered and said, Babylon is fallen, and all the graven images of her gods he hath broken unto the ground. O my threshing and the corn of my floor, that which I have heard of the Lord of hosts, the God of Israel, have I declared unto you. What is the desert of the sea? It is the ancient land of Babylon, and perhaps the surrounding areas also. The Arabian desert is right next to Babylonia. What is coming from the desert? It would be whatever the Lord will bring about as a destruction, most likely from the army of Assyria. What is Isaiah asking Elam and Media to do in verse 2? It appears that he's asking these two neighboring countries to get involved in whatever conflict will befall Babylon, presumably to assist them. What is Isaiah expressing in verses 3 and 4? He is expressing the pain that he is feeling at seeing this vision of destruction. Loins filled with pain, feeling the pain of a woman giving birth, heart panting, etc. What does the Lord tell Isaiah to do in verses 5 and 6? He tells him to set up a lookout in the tower within the context of his vision, and then report what he sees approaching. It is presumed that Isaiah would be the watchman within the vision. What is the first thing Isaiah sees from the watchtower? He sees chariots with horsemen and animals approaching, so he pays close attention to them to see what they can tell him about what is occurring in Babylon. He also sees a lion among the group that is approaching. What do the horsemen tell Isaiah as the watchman in the vision? They tell him that Babylon has fallen and that their false gods have been broken on the ground. Who's being addressed in verse 10? This segment ends with Isaiah addressing Israel as a grain that has been crushed or threshed, and the chaff, the worthless part, removed. The vision that Isaiah has related has removed the option of depending on Babylon for their deliverance, which is worthless to them since they should be depending on the Lord for their deliverance. Where else is the phrase, Babylon is fallen, used? It is quoted in Revelation chapter 14, verse 8, when it talks about sin being defeated. Verse 9 here doesn't necessarily refer to end times. More likely, the phrase from Isaiah was being quoted as part of the revelation to John. Quote, "And there followed another angel, saying, Babylon is fallen, that great city, because she made all nations drink of the wine of the wrath of her fornication." End quote. Revelation chapter 14, verse 8. This series of articles on the book of Isaiah is an outgrowth of a series of lessons presented at a branch level and is being offered as a study tool for all readers. The interpretations offered are not intended to represent an official position of the Church of Jesus Christ. However, they have been reviewed by members of the ministry and can be considered a reliable supplement to any reader's study of the book of Isaiah.